Hey guys, this is Mark. In this video we'll talk about data sorting, which is a very simple concept to understand, essentially requesting data to be sorted either in the ascending or descending order, whether the data is numeric or alphanumeric or just alphabetic. It doesn't matter, the sorting applies uniformly to pretty much all data types. Now, data sorting is quite simple in Backendless. With the data retrieval API that we reviewed in the previous video, it will be just an additional set of flags, so to speak, or just identifying the columns. But let's take a look at it from the REST console perspective and see how it is done there. So in here, let's retrieve data. And just by we have selected the product table and I click get, we can select the grid format, which will make it easy to see. So for instance, if we need to sort data, for instance, by title, okay, so we have the title, which is the name of the product. Click on sorting, and in here you can select the property that you want to be sorted by. So if we click title and then click get again, then now you will see that here it is. This is the result. The data is sorted by title. In here, when you notice that there is little triangle, it's the direction of the sort. Right now the data is sorted in the descending order, which means it starts really at Z and it goes to A. Well, we don't have any products starting with Z, we have them starting with S, but as you can see, it is really sorted in the descending order. By clicking this title, we change the order to be in the ascending. Click get and notice that title started with A. So now the data is sorted in the ascending order. From the API perspective, whenever you have selected a column, notice that the URL was modified. So there is this parameter sort by, where it is in the URL encoded format. We specify the actual column that the data needs to be sorted by. And then if you append this ASC in this case, or if I change the direction to descending, then the appropriate sorting order is identified. Ascending, it is by default. In fact, when I select ascending right here, this appending this ASC is not needed. As you can see, you can actually select multiple columns to apply the sorting. So in the order in which you specify, that's the order that the data is going to be sorted by. To see the effect of this, it would make sense to select, for instance, rating first, and then selecting, for instance, title. Okay, so in this case, the data is going to be sorted first by rating, and this is the rating column, and then for any duplicates that we have in the rating, then the secondary sorting order will apply, and it's going to be by title. So let's click get, and as you can see this is the sorting by rating, and then the title is also the data is sorted in the descending order here. Let's replicate exactly the same thing in UI Builder, just so you can see how exactly the same functionality would be applied in Codeless. You already see it right here with the REST API. It is modified with the sort by parameter. The data is URL encoded here. So you can just do decoding of the URL to see what the data looks like, or just take a look in our documentation. It is also described in there. But let's switch to UI Builder and replicate exactly the same behavior with sorting in there. Click front end, and I already have page from the previous lecture, which is basic data retrieval. We'll leave this page alone, just create a new page. And using exactly the same template from lecture 15, let's call this page sorting and click create. So this is the page. It's going to have exactly the same structure and logic as from the previous lecture. Select the page itself and go into the logic for that page. So this is the logic for data retrieval. In here, load table objects has the sort by connector. The sort by connector expects a list, a collection of column names. So if you go into the lists section and you will find this create list with. Connect it to the sort by, and then click the gear. We will just start with one column name to sort it by, and then here type in text and connect this block in here. So let's sort it by title first. Okay, so actually let's do this just so we can see the difference. Let's disable block, right click, select disable, and run the page. So here we will see that the data comes in is in rather random format. The database decides by itself how it's going to be ordered. But now we'll enable this block, so it's going to be sorted by title, and rerun this page. So as you can see, now everything is sorted by the product name, exactly as we anticipated. How do you change it to be, and it is, by the way, in the ascending order. How do you change it to be in the descending order? Well, right next to the title, which is the column name, click there, space, and type in DESC. So you're instructing backendless to sort the data in the descending order. Rerun the page. And now, as you can see, the data is coming back with records are sorted in the descending order. Okay, how do you do it if you need to do more than one column? Let's add an item here. So click on this gear, drag this item, and first we will be sorting by rating, and then the second we will be sorting by title. Let's make sure it is rating. So let's run that page, and as you can see, now we have data sorted by rating, and then for the records where the rating is the same, secondary sort order comes into play, and it is in the ascending order. So here on all of these records where the rating is 0, then the data is sorted by product name. And then if this would have duplicates, then we can have a third level of sorting, fourth, and so on. Very, very straightforward. And just by playing with appending DESC, descending, with these next to the column names, you can control how the data is sorted, whether it is in the ascending or descending order. If we step into inspect and take a look at the network, and let me reload this page, in here we have the actual request, and in the payload now you see that there is a sort by parameter, and it is rating, comma, title. So that's how the data is structured on the wire with an API request. But all of this, I believe, is actually, well, this is a post request. So yes, this is going to be in the payload of the data. So that's how it is structured. And then in the view source, so this is what's being passed in the body of the request. If you remember from the API structure video where we're talking about request body, in this case we have a post request with a body that is a just JSON object that includes the sort by parameter. So that's how we're telling server that the data needs to be sorted by these two columns. From the codeless perspective, super straightforward, just to create a list with your column names. In all other SDKs, it is going to be just an API call that it also expects a collection of the column names expressed as strings. That's all there is to it. Very simple but powerful way to sort the data that you're requesting from the database. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, happy coding.